Hello and welcome back. This is Phoenix Firestar for episode 2 of my Pokemon FireRed Nuzlock. Now, last time we left off, I was training my Pokemon, and I was trying to prepare to fight my rival Cha-Cha up there. And you can find out more about who Cha-Cha is. Me and him have actually started a cooperative Let's Play. I'm sure those of you who watch have seen it. It's a Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire side-by-side Nuzlocke. He's playing Sapphire and I'm playing Ruby. My video got a little messed up because of some issues where the game window closed on me, so it had recorded the whole session, so it got cut in like half. Like the middle half was missing, so I posted the two parts I did have as two parts of the same episode. Well, there's two separate videos up for them. I've been fairly excited because just the other day in the mail I got my new 3DS XL with a capture card. So when I move up to some of the newer games, I'll be able to use that instead of having to use a ROM because I don't have any way to record my actual Game Boy Advance copies of these games. See, I might go a little overboard with Pokemon sometimes. I own one of every version. Which I know is a bit excessive to have every version. But I'm a fairly lonely person. I have to trade with myself at times. And I've been doing the Pokemon Ultimate Master Dex Challenge, which the challenge was posted by a PokeTuber I watch called Birdkeeper Toby, and the challenge consists of having a living dex with all Pokemon coming from their native regions. I just finished the Kanto region in Pokemon Yellow. Now, you can use Fire Red Leaf Green to complete the National Dex and complete the challenge, but there's a bonus point system and it pushes you up the scale to have these Pokemon coming from the Pokemon Virtual Console versions of these games. I even have Mew in Pokemon Yellow. And of course I had to do the whole fly here, walk in front of this trainer, pause, fly to Cerulean City, battle this kid with a Slowpoke. I did that to get the Mew. But I got it nonetheless. So I'm pretty sure you can't trade up those games. I do have a legitimate Mew from an event in my Pokebank, which counts in the challenge, even though it didn't come from the actual region that it originated from, like the challenge wants it to be. But, event Pokemon are a bit different, since you can only get them through events, it doesn't matter what game you got them from. But yeah, my friend Cha-Cha and I, we've been playing Pokemon pretty much since it came out. We've been playing them together ever since, I think, like, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald was out by the time we met each other. And that's what we started playing with each other. What me and my friends would do, and some family members, is when we get together, we'd play the Pokemon games, and we'd have a thing where we'd all train up until we were ready to fight until we were all ready to fight the first gym leader. And then we'd have a little, like, tournament battle with each other to see who was at the top before each gym, before we went on to actually challenge the gym leader. That was just what we did. We competed with each other like that. On the challenge, I've just started Pokemon Crystal to try and complete the Johto dex. I'm not very far in that one. Like, I've almost got all 8 gym badges, but like I haven't really taken the time to hunt for some of these Pokemon. And I just beat the 7 gyms before the Johto League. So I just had to fight Claire. And then once I actually beat the Elite Four, I'll go through and try and actually catch all the Pokemon from Johto. I actually caught one of my first shinies in the original Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystals. I mean, it wasn't... I'm not talking about the red Gyarados either, because everyone had the red Gyarados. I thought the red Gyarados was actually just some alternative Pokemon that was rare. It was the only one that was different from every other Pokemon species at the time. And then, like, I knew the term shiny, I guess. I remember I was sitting there playing with Cha-Cha one day, and we were doing our little versus run-through of Gold, Silver, Crystal. I forget which ones we were playing. I think I was on Crystal, he was on Gold, or I was on Silver. I know he was on Gold. Because I lost my Gold cartridge sometime before that, and all I had left was like Gold, was Silver and Crystal. But I was out headbutting trees. I think I might have been looking for a Heracross, or I was just training to fight Bugsy by headbutting trees, or no. I would have already faced Bugsy. So maybe I was looking for a Heracross. I don't quite remember what I was doing. But maybe I was looking for an Apom, but I was headbutting trees either way, like right outside of, like right before Slowpoke Well. I was just sitting there mindlessly headbutting trees and grinding there. And a Spearow falls out of the tree. And this Spearow, I heard a little ding. I look down and I'm like, that Spearow doesn't look like it's the right color. And Chacho's like, here, let me see. And we were looking at it, and he goes, yeah, that doesn't look like a normal coloration. I'm like, I'm just gonna catch it just to be safe. He's like, yeah, you should do that. I was like, alright, that's what I'm gonna do. So, I went back and... so I threw a Pokeball and ended up catching it, checking it, and sure enough, it was actually a shiny Spearow. So that's what I started using, was that shiny Spearow. So it evolved into a shiny Fearow. Though unfortunately, I'd been playing for several years on those cartridges. Always when I reset, trading all my Pokemon that I really used up between my games. And that was only shortly after I stopped doing the I'm using one Pokemon through the whole playthrough. Because I remember I didn't train a whole team of Pokemon. I had a whole team of Pokemon on me. Like, I caught other Pokemon. But I only ever used one in, like, Pokemon battles. That was almost always one of the starters. There was, like, a time or two where I used, like, a Pidgeot. I think that was, like, a yellow playthrough I did. Was instead, I used a Pidgey instead of the Pikachu, and just used the Pidgey to fight everything. So, like, every time I went up against the Elite Four, I'm sure I had, like, they were level 70 or something by the time I got to the Elite Four, because they were the only thing I'd use for the starters. Just about. Like, I remember I had a Charizard once that I was using to fight Blue, the rival character, up in Slifco. And my Charizard was beating everything in his team, and finally, after fighting everything, it got KO'd. He had one Pokemon left, nearly knocked out. And I went through every single one of my other Pokemon, going, come on, come on, come on. I managed to beat it by the skin of my teeth by having a Rattata that was like level 2 or 3 or something. I caught it like Route 1 and had to use Quick Attack, and it just knocked out his last Pokemon, like just barely. But anyway, back to the original story before I hit the tangent. When I collected all these Pokemon like that, and I, you know, kept all, like, I had a Mewtwo that was like a couple Mewtwo that were level 100, a couple Charizard that were level 100, a couple Venusaurs, a couple Blastoise, the Pidgeot, but I didn't really use the Pikachu one all that often. Like, I used it like maybe once or twice. But I didn't have a lot of those Pikachu stored up. But, you know, I had a decent number of Pokemon, plus the ones I started actually where I was training a whole team. But my Pokemon Crystal went missing on me. I spent forever trying to find it. Found it short while later. My game data had been erased by one of my sisters and replaced with their own. Years of work playing Pokemon down the drain. I mean, I guess in the end it didn't matter as much because they were not compatible with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, so I could not save those Pokemon. But still, just to have all of your years of hard work, years of playing Pokemon, erased. Gone. That was the worst. The only thing that came close to it that they did was one day I came home, and for some reason they thought it was a good idea to take my link cable, tie it around a doorknob, and pull on it. I don't know the reasoning behind why they were pulling on the doorknob using a link cable, and what they were trying to accomplish in the end. I really do not. But they were just using it like a rope to pull on a door that was closed. Pulling it in the direction that kept it closed. Now, I'm probably overtraining this Squirtle though, because like, Bulbasaur at worst, I think, only knows Leech Seed. Which is annoying, but it's not terrible. But, you know, I guess I just want to make sure this Squirtle doesn't die. It'd be terrible if Tank just died on me right here at the very beginning. That will literally leave me with 2 bugs, a pigeon, and a rat. Which I can work with. I actually like Pidgey. I love that line, while my friend Cha-Cha always preferred Spearow and Fearow of the bird Pokemon. I mean, not including the newer stuff, I'm talking about just Gen 1, of course, but... Yeah, my friend Cha-Cha, we've always kind of been competing at Pokemon. He got into the EV training well before I did. Introduced me to it. And that was Generation 4 that we kind of started to get into it to some degree. Like, I think it was, like... after, maybe closer to Emerald, because I remember he'd fought a Frontier Brain whose Shuckle wiped his entire team, because it was EV trained. And looking up why that Shuckle was so strong on the internet, because he had internet, I didn't, because I lived in the middle of the woods. Still kind of do, so it's hard to, you know, get internet out here, but we manage now. Okay, I think Squirtle has enough levels on it that it will be fine. Let's let me check my potions here real quick. 3. Gonna grab a couple more just to be safe. Alright, I don't have the running shoes yet. That will be nice once I get those. Alright. Let's see how this rival battle turns out. I'm only here to battle you, Cha-Cha. I don't know what you were doing over here trying to get to the Elite Four already with a Pidgey and a Bulbasaur. Oh good, it did not use Sand Attack. That's what I was most worried about. This is going to turn into a battle where I have to. It's going to use Sand Attack like a billion times, and I am stuck having to use Withdrawal a billion times to make sure it doesn't kill me because I can't hit it. Oh yeah, it's still just using Tackle. So I think it has Leech Seed, but he's not using it for some reason. Okay, good. That was a fairly easy battle. I over-prepared for this. Alright, and I know I'm not going to have any problems with Brock, so... maybe I'll get to Brock this episode 2 and beat him. Eventful episode if I do. Because this half hour is just flying. Ugh, you need special shoes to run. Like, I can understand that if you're, like, maybe in heels or... I don't know, maybe certain shoes you can't run in, but I don't think you'd be wearing those shoes out on an adventure. Could be wrong, though. If I remember, I think I already grabbed some of the items from this place. Maybe it was just up there. So I could get that one Pokemon from this forest out of the way for the Nuzlock. Yeah, I remember people used to always joke that Professor Oak's been working so hard on this Pokedex and everything, but it doesn't have anything in it. But, see, here's the thing, is, the way I always saw it was that Professor Oak gives you a fully programmed Pokedex, but it only provides you information on the Pokemon that you catch. It's not like it's literally nothing in there. It's his life's work. No, I think he has like all the information on these Pokemon ready to go. And yeah, he's sending you out to study these Pokemon and pull them, catch them all, essentially. You know, the whole plot, despite the fact that we can't seem to get a main character who actually tries to catch them all. But the real thing is just that he wants you to have all these experiences with Pokemon, catch them, and then learn all about them as you obtain them. It was a challenge, not a, hey, I made this, but I didn't bother to fill any of it in. I'll fill it in as you catch stuff. And then suddenly there's magically known information on these Pokemon. I mean, that's what I always thought, or something along those lines, you know? Maybe I'll have a War Turtle by the end of this as well, also. It wouldn't be too bad. I know I could definitely get there if I had the running shoes. But Mom, you know, she has to take her time. She has to make sure she gets the right size, I guess, or something. Oh look, there's that super rare Pikachu. Even though it's a water type, I'm not worried. Simply because Pikachu's special attack is terrible. Which is one reason why I never really used Pikachu that much, except to challenge myself in Pokemon Yellow. The one Pokemon that must never leave the party is Pikachu. It's built more for attack, but it doesn't really learn any attacks. That, you know, are electric based, that are physical. This is probably always why I went with, like, Magnemite. That's my electric type. I'd say I used Electabuzz, but I almost never played the actual, like, blue version that much. Or, like, red was always my main game. I had blue, played blue, but red was still my main. And, like, the only other one that you can get is, like, Electabuzz. Yeah, you can get Electabuzz in red, but, again, I don't know, I just never really used him. Like, I started using him when I had Elekid and Electivire to use. Maybe it's because he was, I think Electabuzz was built more physical also at the time. But again, there was just Thunder Punch, and that was special at the time. So he didn't seem that strong to me. Like, I didn't know that that's why he wasn't strong. But because I was trying to teach him these electric type moves, and he wasn't doing any damage. I might go a little over 30 minutes just so I can beat Brock this episode. Like, I don't think it'd take that long for me to do. There we go. Tanks evolving into War Turtle, the longevity Pokemon. As if I remember correctly, his Pokedex, or one of his Pokedex entries, is that people believed his tail was a symbol of longevity. That's one thing I like about Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Sun and Moon, was that when your Pokemon evolved, you got to read the Pokedex entries. It wasn't like you completely skipped over the Pokedex and forgot about it when your Pokemon evolved. I mean, the information's there, but you don't really bother to look at it. Like, to me, it'd only be natural to be like, huh, what is this? What did it turn into? I mean, mean, we know now, but, you know, at the time, no. We didn't really know. Yep. Symbol of its longevity. I'm at 30 minutes now, but I'll go ahead and come down here and rock Brock's world. I mean, it won't be as bad as him having an Onix that lost to a Pikachu because the sprinklers went off. Yeah, but, like, I understand that water, or not necessarily the water itself, but the minerals in water conduct electricity, which enhances the power of electricity, but anything times 0 is still 0, is what bothered me. A long time, huh? I have the longevity Pokemon, so I think I can wait, but I'll go ahead and do it now. I remember when Team 4-Star fought Brock, they got their butts handed to them. Like, their strategy was sound, but it does seem like the computer player has better odds for stuff in their favor versus yours. Yeah, I trashed Brock in like an extra couple minutes. So, no real harm done, still kept it to about 30 minutes. First badge received. Now use Flash outside of battle, like I ever really used it. Alright everyone, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. This is Phoenix Firestar signing off. I'll see you next time.